Alright, so good morning. We are going to be doing my famous avena drink. My kids love it. They ask for it all the time. Just not always able to make it. Work 12 hours a day. I leave at 6:30 in the morning, and it's not always possible. So I'm going to make it for them this morning. And this is all you'll need. So brown sugar, Quaker oats, I use the 1 minute, and then some vanilla, milk, and cinnamon. A blender, because you don't want to drink big chunks, and 8 cups of water. So I'm setting that to boil already. And then what we will be doing is adding all of these ingredients to it. So it is a drink. It's not like oatmeal thick and you can chew on it, but I leave a little bit of chunks in it because my older daughter loves it. So let's start. Okay, so it's about, well, it is 4 cups of milk. Into that I add about, I eyeball, but it's about a cup of oats. Alright. Then to that, I add like a big old dash of cinnamon. It's best to add it to the blender so you don't get any chunks. Then to that, I don't really measure anything, guys, so it's about 3 tablespoons of vanilla. Sorry, I kind of have that horrible measuring system, but basically it's however you like it. I could tell you it's about 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon, 3 tablespoons of vanilla, and then if you want to add more, you can. It's really how you like it. Then the last thing I add is 1 nicely packed cup of brown sugar. That's really all the sugar I add. And you can always taste it after it's made, and if you feel that you want it a little bit sweeter, you can always add more brown sugar. Okay, then we're gonna blend it. Okay, so I blend for about a minute or 2, just so everything can get really, like, you know, blended, and there's no really big chunks. So I do that, and then I add it to this beautifully boiling water, which we'll do in a second. Okay, so just slowly add it because you don't want it to jump. You see it's all liquidy. There's maybe tiny, tiny, tiny specks of chunks in there, but nothing crazy. Okay, it's all cleaned out. Okay, so once I add that, I'm going to start stirring it. So we're going to go ahead and start stirring this. It looks watery now, but that's because the oats haven't really cooked yet. Let it cook for like until it kind of wants to give it a little boil. Alright, so it's really hot now. You can see the steam. You can see that it's gotten a little more drink-like. I don't know, creamy, I guess. You don't have to, but I do sometimes. Not all the time, but I'm going to show you for the sake of this video. I add evaporated milk. Just to add to the creaminess. Alright. And then in a minute I'm going to add just a handful of oats, non-blended, just a handful in here. Because like I said, my older daughter loves the pieces of oatmeal that she can chew on when she's drinking this drink. Okay, like I said, handful of oats. And then stir that in. Give it a couple minutes for that to get nice and soft and the oats to be cooked all the way. And your drink is done. It's perfect for on-the-go mornings. My girls put it in a coffee cup and they drink it on the way to school or on the way to Grandpa's house, wherever they're going in that morning. So this recipe originally came from my aunt, well, my madrina, my Nina Polly. She made it one time and it always stuck in my head. She made it when I went to the snow with my Aunt Monica and my cousins. She made it for us and it was so good. I started making it for my kids. I never got to ask for the recipe, but I'm guessing this is how it's made. I've made it so many times already that I'm guessing this is exactly how it's made because it's so delicious, just like how I remember it. Okay, so I'm trying to do this while holding the phone, but I kind of already cheated and I taste tested, and it's freaking awesome. One thing I did have to do was add another 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Like I said, it's really up to you how sweet you want it. I do a cup and 3/4. That's for 8 cups of water and 4 cups of milk. And it's a cup and 3/4 of brown sugar. About 3 tablespoons of vanilla, a tablespoon or 2, depending how much you like cinnamon, and then that's pretty much it. Boil the water, blend the oats with the milk, vanilla, cinnamon, and wait for the oats to cook. Then enjoy. My family loves it. Hope yours does too.